From the picturesque Pacific Northwest and the city of Seattle, welcome inside Lumen Field, where all the 12s make it at home for the Seahawks. Straight ahead, we've got a good one on tap. It's the Los Angeles Rams and the Seattle Seahawks. Mike Tirico along with Greg Olson. We welcome you. That's the punter, Ethan Evans, to get this started. Off we go from Lumen Field. He'll get across the 20, mark him down at the 23-yard line.
The Seahawks take over first and 10 at their own 23-yard line.
Now the Rams going to use the first of their timeouts, and they'll get a chance to catch their breath over on the sideline. Operating from their own 23, they'll begin first and 10. Throwing to open it up is Darnold. And he wisely hit the deck at the end of that one. No unnecessary shot there. It is a first down.
Mike, this is great awareness by the quarterback manipulating the pocket. He feels the pressure coming on around him, but so often the
All right, no table is safe outside of Highmark Stadium because this crowd is loud and this crowd is ready for a ball game. We're just outside of Buffalo in Orchard Park, New York. Coming up, we have a good one for you between the Los Angeles Rams and the Seattle Seahawks. Here's Jason Myers to get this one going. And off we go from Highmark Stadium. Blake Corum now to return it. A decent run back is going to end as they bring him down inside the 30. So their offense out now to get this game started. It's 1st and 10. Stafford to the air to start us off. Finds his back, Kyron Williams. And they'll stand him up and sit him down at the line.
He specializes in salvaging broken plays out of the backfield, but even he couldn't get anything out of that one, Kate. That defense, they were all over it.
2nd and 10, need to get some positive yardage here. On the play fake, here's Stafford. That's on target. It's on the turf, the ball's out, he lost it. And the Seahawks have it. Nothing doing on the return, but the damage already done, partner. They take it away on the fumble. Man, this is a tough ask of your defense so early in a game, Brock, sending them out on short notice and a short field after you fumble it away.
But these are the critical moments defensively you got to live for, right? This is called sudden change. They practice this, and it's your time to put out this fire.
From the 40-yard line now, this is 1st and 10. They're going to throw now, following the turnover. Has him on the quick hitter. And he's able to get this down to the 36.
We give a lot of credit to receivers, and rightfully so, Kate, for them going into coverage and making a catch. I don't think we give enough credit to tight ends. I know they're big, I know they're physical, but to go into double coverage, take that contact, and come away with the catch, that's a big-time effort.
Kenneth Walker gets it for the first time. And they're going to be set up just outside that red zone. A gain of 15 there. And that means a fresh set of downs for Seattle.
Danger, Kate. Danger, I say. You get this guy in the open field, and he is dangerous to take it to the house.
Throwing on first. Here's Darnold. Has it at the 7. And he stopped as we get closer to our first points of this ball game. It's going to be 1st and goal now.
You know, Kate, you'll find teams go to this crossing route concept sometimes a dozen times a game. A lot of times it's for shorter yardage, but sometimes things break in the right coverage for a much bigger impact play, just like that.
Here we go, son. It's that.
With a quick pass out wide. Touchdown, Seattle. The Seahawks get a perfect start. They've gone up 6-0. Cooper Kupp the touchdown. Not a lot of processing time from the moment he pulled it back to the moment he made that throw, Brock. But I think we can all agree he made the right choice not to hand it off, and then the right read on that throw.
Yeah, he sure did, Kate. Kind of reminds me of the option quarterbacks of our day growing up, right? Those guys that made that pitch, and it was just second nature. They were on the run, guys all around. Didn't matter. He's going to put that pitch right on them. The great RPO quarterbacks of today do exactly the same thing with their throws.
Here's Myers now to handle the kickoff. Corum now on the return. Only manages to get this back to the 20 before he's taken down.
First and 10 at their own 20-yard line.
Starting out trips right here. 1st and 10.
Ready. Moving ahead.
Off the play fake, it's Stafford. That's caught by Williams. And he's going to be brought down at the 28-yard line.
It's what you call efficiency. Exactly what you're looking for on first down. Textbook. It sets up second and very manageable, and it creates that space if you want to take a shot downfield.
Nice spot here for the offense. It's 2nd and 1. Stafford from the gun. Throwing the out route complete. And he's tackled with the first down yardage. Working quickly here.
And middle.
First down, Los Angeles.
Monday. 40 got.
Stafford now on first down. No luck on the connection. It's incomplete. Well, they've been perfect to that point on the drive, Buck. First time we've seen this coverage force them into a misstep in a while.
I know you hear me talk all the time, Kate, about the rhythm of an offense, right?
Yep.
And I look at it through those optics so much. But it's the same thing defensively. You've got to get a stop, see the ball hit the ground to knock them out of that rhythm.
Following the incompletion, we stay at the 35. It's 2nd and 10. That's complete. Naku on the left side. And he is stopped as he reaches that 46-yard line. The dose of the hurry-up offense here.
First down, Rams.
Drill right, 22. Middle. Stop.
1st and 10. Here's Stafford. It's his running back. And he drives this across midfield and down into enemy territory. Now the completion rate is strong, partner. The yards, you got to imagine, will start to come soon enough.
You never go broke taking a profit. And you know this one too, Kate. The crumbs always lead to...
Oh, the cookie. Now I'm hungry.
180. Stop.
They fake the handoff. Now Stafford. Oh, there's another one to Williams. And he's marked down, looks like at the 32-yard line. He'll get 16 yards on that play. And that's going to be good for an LA first down. Looking quickly here.
32. Zero. Stop.
Stafford throwing again. He's caught along the left sideline. And they can't bring him down until he gets into that red zone at the 19.
13 yards. First down, Rams.
Give to Williams from the gun. And he sneaks this through the middle, maybe a gain of 2. He gets a couple on first, and they'll come up 2nd and 8.
2 yards on the pickup. It's 2nd and 8.
A quarter down, 3 more to go for these NFC West opponents. The Seahawks with an early lead. We'll return to Highmark Stadium in just a moment. We're back for the 2nd quarter. Rams in a real good spot to score.
54. 180. Look at hot.
Shotgun snap to Stafford. Completed to his running back. And it's another first down on this drive. Man, this time they're into 1st and goal.
First and goal at the 9-yard line.
Working from the gun. Here's Stafford. Throws caught.
Hey, you like these results on first. That completion right there, right in the window where all options are now available to you on 2nd down. That playbook wide open.
The nose of the football inside the 1. Here's 2nd and goal. They've got a man in motion. Williams does not score. They not only stop him, they backed him up a couple of yards. That goose egg up on the scoreboard, Brock, that is not going away anytime soon if they keep having plays like that.
They really need something. An injection of energy here. Nothing will take the spark out of a series quite like getting stuck for a loss.
Back to the 3 after that last play. It's 3rd and goal.
Red. Ready. 180. Omaha. Ready, move. Ready, hot.
Here's Stafford.
Oh my God, why am I overrunning shit?
The Rams can tie it up in the 2nd after cutting into the lead. Well, Brock, you know this better than most. Sometimes these dudes can be a quarterback's best friend, finding the tight end in the end zone for 6.
And it really has been that way for decades when you think about it, Kate. From John Mackey to Tony Gonzalez to Travis Kelce. The position can be such a mismatch when you're throwing for the end zone.
2-point try coming up. Stafford getting the offense set.
The Rams will line up for the 2-point conversion.
Stop.
All right, they're going to throw for it. And this is caught.
Oh my God, bro.
They're now up 8-7. They come up with a touchdown
I guess so.
of their own, and then, I love this, a little
Run into
by scoring
him?
on the
Come
2-point
on
try
right
to
now.
take the lead.
Yeah, Yeah, you love it because you didn't have to make that call. The coach did. But clearly, they don't want to play from behind. They want to be the one dictating. And now, well, now they've got to do it the rest of the way.
To return this, Rashid Shaheed. And that's going to set them up just beyond their own 20.
The Seahawks take over 1st and 10 at their own 21-yard line.
Offense into the shotgun set as they line this up. 1st and 10. First play of the drive. Here's Walker. Can't slip that initial tackle. Stops made for no gain on that 1st down play.
Well, that's just about textbook defense and how to shut down an RPO. The coverage was tight, the numbers were up, and then the bodies were there to stuff that run before it could get going.
From the gun, Darnold. Right side, Shaheed's got it. And he's tackled for a short gain.
You know, Kate, that really is one of the benefits that comes with experience. You'll feel it. Right? Look at the quarterback, never seeing the rush, never looking at the rush. Instead, eyes are downfield, and the big play follows.
Rams add a man to the secondary. 3rd down.
Oh my God, the worst rack catch ever, bro.
After a short game.
You can earn your money in the NFL in all sorts of different ways, but defensively, in a league where you're just not hitting as much in training camp, you're not tackling as much as they got to in the old days, when you can make a play in the open field, keep them short like that, I promise you some money will follow.
So it looks like they're going to line up and go for this. 4th and 4. They'll try to throw. It's Darnold. Flush down out to his left. And he will get the first.
Let's go.
Touch him down. Well, not much scoring to this point since we've reached our 2-minute warning. More from Highmark Stadium in just a moment. 1st and 10 from the 43. Walker now from the gun. Dropped by the first guy he met. No gain on that 1st down run.
I know these DNs love to get to the quarterback. I know that sacks many times equals a bigger payday. But doing the dirty work, playing to run well, that's what the best of the ends do in this league.
Well, nothing doing on the last run. It's 2nd and 10. Staying with Walker. And that's good for a few. It brings up 3rd down.
When you don't have great success on 1st down, Kate, it's a little bit like a hitter in baseball falling behind in the count. And all you want to do as a hitter is get back to a fighting chance. Give yourself a better count. That play, well, it does the same here. Now a much more manageable and opportune 3rd down situation.
On 3rd down, Walker. And he's going to have this down to the 42-yard line. Seahawks in their hurry-up offense. They need to get everyone to the line.
That's good for a Seahawks 1st down. 1st and 10 at the 42-yard line.
First and 10, Darnold. And his perfect start is over. And that's the first one of his throws to wind up incomplete.
Fairly safe to say as that one falls incomplete this 1st half so far, well, it's not met the standard they set for themselves.
No luck on 1st down. Here's 2nd and 10. Hand off to Walker from the gun. And he'll go out of bounds close to the 35-yard line. There's 5 on that play. They need 5 more now on 3rd down.
You make that call to just give yourself a fighting chance on 3rd down, Kate. Take at least a little bite out of the big meal between them and the 1st down marker. And that should make this upcoming call a little less daunting.
Donald with it on 3rd and short. Chased out to his right.
I mean, where was he throwing that, bro? I don't know where the fuck that's supposed to go.
However, Brock, they do at least force this 4th down.
That's crazy,
Numbers tell
bro.
us pretty clearly, you get to 3rd
I had
long,
him
extra
early.
long, it's really hard to stay on the field. That's disappointing because that was 3rd and manageable and an incomplete.
Man, I had him
This
early,
kick
too.
is good. He needed to get all of it there, and he did. And they've taken back the lead.
Going to feel just a little bit better going into halftime. Anytime you score points right before the final frame, and for the kicker, well, he pays off his teammates' hard work.
Here's Myers now to handle the kickoff.
Oh, why did I do that? I haven't got used to clicking deep kick yet. So when I do it, sometimes I think it's the regular kick. That's on me.
They've got blackjack on the clock. Not a ton of time to use before halftime.
180.
On 1st down, here's Stafford.
Oh no, Stevie Wonder.
Intercepted.
Not Stevie Wonder at QB.
By Devin Witherspoon.
Not Stevie Wonder at QB.
A shot and at least a field goal here. Maybe the end zone after that return.
Can't win the game at half, but you can lose it.
Oh, coaches just love that effort right there. Instantly, as he made the pick, everybody was looking for a block and doing their part to set up the return. And I know it pales in comparison to giving up the turnover, but how about the effort on the other side to track him down and stop a potential pick 6? I think everybody deserves a little credit on the field for that effort.
180.
1st and goal. Here's Walker. And they take
Hey.
it across the goal line. Touchdown, Seattle. The Seahawks will add to their lead at the end of the half. Kenneth Walker, the touchdown. They kept it on the ground as opposed to airing it out, and that time, well, Brock, the ground game paid off.
Well, these great rushing attacks down here that could score rushing touchdowns, it takes the whole party getting involved. Yeah, the burst of the running back was tremendous. How about the launch of his blockers right off the line of scrimmage? That's a touchdown the entire way, and it took the entire group.
This one we want to kick it out of the end zone, so we don't have no funny business.
Time left for maybe a return plus a play here as they send this away. So it goes for a touchback. Let's see what they decide to do with the time they've got remaining here. They've got 1st and 10, Brock, but time for maybe 2 plays at most if they even want to try anything.
180. Shot.
He'll throw it. And this falls incomplete with just 2 seconds remaining.
That's incomplete, bro.
Just 2 seconds left in the half as we
Keep
get a
your timeout.
No surprise to see the quarterback go back to that well. That security blanket that's been his tight end all game long. But finally, this defense has an answer.
He's back to throw. He's going to loft one deep to the left.
Oh my God, he almost
Took
caught
his
that
shot there
shit.
at half, but no dice. That's going to take us to the break. Here's Evans set to kick this away. His return starts at the 5. He's got a lane up past the 30. And he's out of bounds at the 45-yard line. They'll take that every time. Great field position to begin this drive.
Oh, there's no question about it, Kate. That just infuses everybody. A little more bounce in your step now, both in and out of the huddle. And you want to pay off your special teams that sets you up for success.
The Seahawks in good field position to start this drive off as they head up to the line. 1st and 10. Out of the gun. Here's Darnold. Ooh, he got
Oh, come on.
Surprisingly, it falls incomplete. 2nd down coming up.
And this is why scouts
Shit's
talk
wide
about
open.
players closing speed, Kate. You know, once he senses the pressure, he's getting rid of that ball. It takes a player who can close quickly to get to him before it's released. And that sure altered the throw.
On 2nd and 10 now. Darnold. Short pass caught by his tight end. And he's brought down after pushing to that 35-yard line. That play goes for 19 and a new set of downs.
Good offenses. Okay, good play callers know how to utilize their personnel. They know where they wanted them. They wanted them in a route in space where he could make that initial play comfortably, but then go to work after.
Where the fuck is my play?
All set to go now from the 35. Here's Darnold, 1st and 10. No place for him to go here. The Rams rush all
I should have just called timeout.
And the big
I had
play drives
what I
them
wanted to do, I
backwards.
just
2nd
couldn't do
down
it.
coming up.
Where the fuck
Look
is
at
my
that.
run
All
play?
that
That's
effort
what I
and
was
success from
looking
the
for,
previous
dude.
play, it is gone. Credit to this defense who snapped. That's part of this game. You got to snap and clear. Give up a big play, come back and make a big one for yourself. And they do, getting home with that sack.
Things already looking a good bit tougher here. It is 2nd and 17 after the sack. Darnold now to throw. Into the hands of his running back, Walker. And this one doesn't go far.
That's a defense's goal, right, Kate? Just get us to 3rd down so we can have a chance to get off the field. And that was a good adjustment on that stop in particular, when the back ended up being the target, and they were able to keep him short of the sticks.
3rd and long for him here. Dumped off to his running back.
Nah,
And they're going to get just inside that red zone. On the
definitely
big play
not
down
that
to
guy at
19.
user.
So 3rd and 16, no problem for them as they get the first.
Good for the Seahawks. 1st down. 1st and 10 at the 19-yard line.
From the red zone on 1st. This one's caught. That's a Seattle touchdown. The Seahawks
Damn.
lead coming out of halftime.
Let's go.
It seems like a lot of the time, Brock, even if the results aren't quite as flashy every rep, tight ends are even more reliable scorers than a lot of receivers are when it comes to the passing game.
Yeah, I would agree with that, but there's also a lot more real estate for them to work with, right? Think of the receivers. They got to deal with the sidelines, that 12th defender. Many of these tight ends, they've got a ton of field to work with, and when they prove to the quarterback they can be a difference maker.
Oh, we had the outside there. We had the
And he can't
outside
shake the
lane.
defense. They track him down in the backfield, and this two-point attempt fails.
Jason Myers to kick off for Seattle.
Here's Myers now to handle the kickoff.
Alright, we gotta kick it
Corum
farther
now
than
on the
that.
return. And he's brought down just beyond that 25-yard line.
At their own 27-yard line.
First call here coming from the shotgun. Stafford from the gun. Drops this one down here for Williams. And this one gets to the 33-yard line before it's stopped. Offense to the line fast.
Brings up 2nd and 4 at the 33-yard line.
Stafford back to throw.
Let's go.
Pocket isn't holding up. They're able to drop it. A dose of the hurry up here. Third and long now for Stafford. That's complete. Lakou on the left side. And he's going to get this up to the 26 before being taken down.
Those little short throws, they are high percentage and certainly bread and butter. But they really run the risk of a quick tackle just like that and being stopped short of the sticks.
All right, looks like this is the moment. They're going to make their comeback push. They're going for it on fourth. Trying for it with Stafford.
Let's go.
Turn it over on downs as that
Get him out of here.
empty and off the field they go.
You know, kid, I don't think I've ever met a defender that cares. All they want to do is get off the field. Doesn't matter if it's a drop pass, deflection, breakup, even an interception. Challenged by the offense to get one more stop to get off the field, and that's exactly what they did.
Throwing on first. Here's Darnold. Has him on the quick hitter. And he's tackled after gaining a handful.
Well, he saw his guys pick up the blitz. Well, he felt them pick it up anyway if he wasn't looking at him. But with their effort on his behalf, I think this QB felt owed to them and the group up front to find somebody to get a completion, so that effort up front wasn't in vain.
This is Walker on second. And he's down very close to that first, but looks like he is stopped just in time after a gain of 4.
Really good patience right there. It's hard to do for runners in this league because these holes close up so fast, but he was patient, he was explosive, and he got a nice little gain on the ground.
We'll see what they come up with for third down in just a bit. We've reached the end of 3. The Seahawks have the football, up a couple of scores to start the fourth quarter. One yard, all that's needed. This is 3rd and inches.
Here we go, son.
Here's Darnold. Jump off, caught by his back. And he stopped cold at the spot. Ooh, he paid for that one, but hey, still enough for that first down.
Hey, Kate, they don't rightly care who it's going to go to in that situation. All they really care about are the results on third down. And that's exactly the result they needed, enough to keep this drive moving.
Coming to the line for another 1st and 10. Here's Walker running right.
Come on. I cannot put it in there. I can't get the running game going no matter what I'm playing, who I'm playing. Oh,
Second sooner, and they got a tackle behind the line. But a stop to celebrate nonetheless.
Here's Darnold to throw. That one connects. And he'll be taken down at the last possible moment. He's at the 1. A nice pickup of 11 there, Brock, and they'll have 1st and goal to figure out.
Ready. Ready. 1st and goal at the 1-yard line.
Running for it, it's Walker. And the defense holds him at the 2, Brock. He can't get beyond the line. Still a couple yards short of that end zone. Setting up, 2nd and goal.
2nd and goal at the 2-yard line.
Drawing up the design keeper. And he's in for the touchdown.
not Darnold.
The Seahawks have likely left
Not
up
Darnold.
there. They broke out the design run for him there. Coach just tells him, hey, Brock, KQB, do your thing, get a 6.
Yeah, and these offensive coaches love this play, and defensive coaches hate it, Kate, because it really gives you an extra hat, right? An extra number when your QB's got the athleticism, got the legs, got the instincts to go run it in for 6. A defensive nightmare, an offensive touchdown.
Here's Myers now to handle the kickoff.
I cannot find the right number, boys.
And he'll decide to pass on the return here and take the touchback instead.
I was trying to get somebody on to play squads with me tonight. Nobody wants to hop on. I have to play with somebody else. My two normal bros, they be acting like they don't want to play that shit.
Good field position for the Rams as they get ready.
Talk about
First
it, though.
and 10.
Talk about it, though.
Stafford now off the play fake.
That's what we call a read. That's an read. 30 years plus, that's an read. Or switch, my bad. Switch.
The Seahawks take over first and 10 at the 45-yard line.
Seahawks just about set. Here's first and 10.
I don't want to clock him.
Now
That
Donald
shit
on
would
the
be
play
boring.
action.
This thing don't do nothing.
Pocket isn't holding up. They're able to drop it. And the drive begins with a rough first step there. That's going to bring up second down.
In theory, Kate, that's exactly what complementary man coverage is supposed to look like. The DBs, well, they're sticky on the back end of it. The front end, that pass rush, it makes an impact that gets home. But of course we know, it's not that simple. It is really tough to lock down a full field for more than a second or two.
Will give up the gut to Walker.
Come on, bro. That's an easy stem move, dude. That's an easy one.
Nothing for him on that play as we
But
hit
why?
the 2-minute warning.
It's now third down and long.
Gotta figure out this third down here. Here he goes, third and long. And the Rams are there, and down he goes. And that is 3 sacks for this defense in this contest, and that one forces a fourth down.
Hey, third down, I get it. Give your quarterback some freedom, right, to make a play, even if he's got to work backwards. But it can blow up in your face as it did right there when nothing opens up.
Fourth down punt from the Seahawks, and that means we're going to see Michael Dixon head on to send it skyward. I guess he didn't really quite know his own strength there. That kick cleared the end zone entirely. It's going to be a touchback. LA bringing the offense to the line.
Playing leagues all year long, bro. It's definitely not my connection, buddy.
Here's Stafford. That's caught by Williams.
Yeah, that's one-on-one.
And this one does not.
That's one-on-one.
Kate, I don't know why every once in a while I'll get these little flashbacks, but a little play like that just flashes me back to the preseason, my first preseason. But one of the veteran QBs said, hey, Brock, whatever you do, just find completions. You will never go broke taking a profit. Go get a completion. They're at a premium in this league.
8 yards to go. Let's see how they approach this second down. Working from the gun. Here's Stafford. And the defense waiting for him at the line, and he goes down.
Oh, he's getting worse with the reads.
Fast as the clock ticks towards 0. Throwing is Stafford on third. Yet another grab for Williams. Good job defensively here to contain the pass. This is going to be fourth down. Desperation time here. He finds him beyond the marker. And this one gets to the 33-yard line before it's stopped. Now the Rams will use the first of their timeouts. And they still have 2 available for them as we approach the end of this game.
So we might run a couple, just regular ranked games. Since we can't get nobody to play squads with.
First down now, ball at the 33. It's Stafford once more. Oh, brother, it's another interception. Kobe Bryant has it.
Crazy bad connection, right?
Down inside the 30 after the interception.
GG's though.
The Seahawks take over first down.
I'll see you in the Super Bowl.
29-yard line.
looking from the gun to
Well,
start.
maybe.
First
I
and
still
10.
gotta get over the Commanders. I still gotta figure that shit back out. We gotta get some straightening on that one.
Now an inside give to Walker. It'll be first and goal. Stop is made at the 5-yard line.
It is just so hard, Kate, to get these chunk, explosive runs. But what it does now is it especially sets the table in prime scoring position.
So it's a win for the Seahawks.
Let's go.
This
Big
was a game
dogs.
they had circled
GG's,
a long
y'all.
time ago, Brock. You bring a division rival into
Maybe
your
we'll start a
building,
call out.
you wanna make a statement
A call
at
out
their
playlist.
expense and get that W.
We
Peace.
know it's not just an